What's up, everybody? TC here with I.O.B.A. News and Information. You know, yesterday when I was working out, I had a YouTuber on in the background that I like to check out from time to time. He got a channel called the Angry Man Channel. I think that's what it is. Now, he got a big platform, so, me with my little 2 cents right here, I can't touch him like that, but I did find some of the things that he said, real informative, and some of it is right on point. What he was talking about was black women and how they're going to have to come down off their high horses, when it comes to dealing with black men, and how the government that subsidize their income a lot of times is getting ready to cut a lot of people off, especially during this government shutdown. A lot of them can't get their food stamps. Now, a lot of these women that he was talking about have really good jobs, and some of them have decent jobs, that pay them $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year. But they also can get subsidized housing and food assistance and things like that. So they were in a position where they could tell average working man, to go fuck himself when he try to push up on them, or when he isn't meeting all of these high standards that a lot of them have set for themselves. And I know firsthand how this shit can be, because when I was out there, dating and trying to get with somebody, a lot of times the main thing that they had, against me was I didn't make enough money, and I wouldn't be able to meet their standard of living, and I couldn't buy them expensive things, and they didn't need no man, and all of this bullshit. Well, he was talking about how all of that shit's about to change because of the fact that the government is cutting a lot of assistance programs out, and a lot of these women are going to be, stuck between a rock and a hard place. And a lot of them are going to have to lower their standards and come down to earth when it comes to men. And I agree with all of that. But one thing he said that I didn't quite agree with was when he said something about, when he said something about, joining the military. He mentioned that black men should join the military because of the, benefits that can be derived from having been in the military. Like you have access to VA loans to get houses, and, you can get your college paid for a lot of times, and things of that nature. Now that's where I have a problem. I have a problem with anybody joining the military, because at the end of the day, and a lot of people don't say this. A lot of people don't say this when they're telling you, go join the army, or when they're talking about how their child joined the army, or they talk their son or daughter into going into the military. They don't mention the fact that militaries are in place for what? 2 reasons. One, to protect the assets of millionaires and billionaires, and to protect the assets of multinational corporations, and to steal resources from other folks. They're advocating sending black people, poor black people from this country, over to another country to kill other poor black people, so that this country's government can steal their resources. And we're not talking just kill a few, we're talking killing hundreds of thousands of people. Now, they never mention that when they're telling people to go and join the military. Now, trust me, I know from where I speak with this military shit. I said this before, but I had, a lot of relatives in the military, including 3 sons. They all joined the military, and they all come back telling me, what I already knew. We didn't go over there for anybody's freedom. We weren't defending anybody's way of life or anything like that. We were over there protecting oil. And we were over there acting as strong men for these propping up these fucking dictators and shit that go along with the United States way of thinking. That's all. That's all the military is there for. So when you tell young people to join the military, you telling them that they need to put their life on the line for this bullshit ideology that the United States has and that the Western imperial powers have. And that I have a problem with. That I have a problem with. So I could see if the United States military was used in a defensive posture only. But it's not. It's not. There's no way you're going to tell me that we went into Iraq on a defensive posture. We invaded them. We have been in so many bullshit wars since this country was, since the inception of this country until it's pathetic. I mean, just about every war we was in was started on a lie. And you just want people to keep joining this motherfucking lie and killing and destroying whole goddamn societies based on this bullshit that we get from our politicians. I just can't see why when they telling people to join the military they don't mention that part of it. And that's the problem I have with his video last night. There are other little parts of it that I didn't necessarily agree with, but by and large, that is where my strongest disagreement came into play with that man. My whole point in this is the military ain't no place for a black man. It really ain't. Now, given the fact that there's so little opportunity out here nowadays as far as industry and as far as, opportunities where people can go and earn a decent living, the military is, it does look like a viable option, but at the end of the day, you're going to be asked to kill people. And you're going to be asked to kill people who look a lot like you. And if you can get your mind around that, and you may get killed yourself. Not to mention you stand a chance of getting seriously injured physically and mentally with PTSD and things of that nature. All of these things are still out there. They don't seem to want to talk about that part of it. And to me, that's a very, very big part of it that a lot of people have to deal with when they come back. And then, I don't even have to tell you how shitty the United States government treats the veterans and how many of them are homeless. And it's like 20, 30 veterans a day across this country commit suicide. They don't even talk about that part of it when they're telling you to go run out there and pick up a gun and join the military. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm going to still listen to his channel and everything, and I'm still subscribed to him. I'm not going to unsubscribe, but I just want people to know that when you tell somebody to join the military, that's what you're telling them. Anyways, back to the workout issue. Today is back. So I trained back today. I'm doing, like I said yesterday, I'm doing one body part a day, and today is back day, and I don't know, man. See how many calories I can burn. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try to get some abs this year. Right? Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. T.C., and I'm out.